Yoshi!
The lovable dinosaur Yoshi is back on the big screen in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and on Nintendo Switch 2 in Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. He originally appeared in Super Mario World as a steed for your man Mario, but has gone on to star in a series of his own games. Now, in anticipation for this new one, you might be curious to go back and play some classic Yoshi games, but which ones are worth playing? Either for curiosity to learn about Yoshi, or for pure fun in the year of our Lord 2026. Now, I'm just talking about the mainline platformers. Yoshi has been shoehorned into a bunch of puzzle games and like a light gun game and all sorts of nonsense. Also, technically, you could say Mario 64 DS is a Yoshi game, as you start the game playing as Yoshi and disguise yourself as the other characters until you unlock them for real. But nobody's talking about Super Mario 64 DS right now, okay? We're talking about Yoshi! So, it all starts with Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Nobody thinks of this as Super Mario World 2. It's insane that this is even called Super Mario World 2, because it's a prequel, it's nothing like Super Mario World, and it started a series of its own, but whatever. Yoshi's Island. This was Shigeru Miyamoto's swan song on the Super Nintendo, and it showed that power, technology, 3D models, all of that pales in comparison to just nice art. This game looks like a child's crayon drawing, and it still looks gorgeous 30 years later. Look at other stuff which was pushing the envelope technologically at that time, but you look at it now and it looks like one of Yoshi's bum eggs and not the ones you see in the games. But to play it, it's still really fun. It doesn't have that tight, snappy platforming that you know and love from Mario. Instead, it's a more cerebral affair. Yoshi's a little bit slower, he has the hovery jump so you can be a bit more forgiving, you have to throw eggs and stuff. It can focus more on solving little puzzles, exploring the levels to find little secrets. At first glance, it seems very childish and way too easy. But that's because this is probably the origin of that modern Nintendo philosophy of anyone can finish the game, only a pro can 100% the game. If you're curious about Yoshi, about gaming in general, yeah, you gotta play this. It's an all-time classic. Also, it's still really fun. It's, spoilers for the rest of this video, still the best Yoshi game. So, yeah, why are you watching this video? You want to know about Yoshi? Play the original Yoshi. It's amazing. But do finish watching the video, or at least leave it on. I think then I still get the clicks or whatnot. Anyway, our next Yoshi game is not until the Nintendo 64 with Yoshi's Story. Now, it follows up with the visual style from Yoshi's Island, but, like, somehow makes it look really bad. Like, the N64 is infamous for not being a good sprite-based console. It pushed the boundaries of what 3D could do. It was amazing at 3D. No one's denying that. It didn't really do 2D. Like, PlayStation got Castlevania Symphony of the Night, one of the great sprite-based games of all time. N64 got awful 3D Castlevanias. And yeah, when Nintendo tried to do a sprite-based game, it just looks like awkwardly inserted JPEGs or something. I don't know how to describe it. It looks a little bit ugly. It's even less of like a challenge platformer than Yoshi's Island was. This game is all about exploring levels and finding all the fruits. It absolutely has its shooters, but I ain't one of them, sorry. It's fun, it's nice, I don't regret playing it, but I'm a madman. I want to play every Nintendo game. Do you have to play it before you play the new Yoshi? No. Do you have to play it to understand the history of video? No. You can skip this one. Next up, we got some proper weirdness. Now, players in America might know this next game as Yoshi Topsy Turvy, but for me, growing up in the UK, it was called Yoshi's Universal Gravitation. This is a Game Boy Advance game where, as well as platforming with Yoshi, You can also tilt the Game Boy. It's bad. It's pretty generally regarded as like an awful game. Put out by Artoon, who are sort of a unloved company. Now, if you're a retro games collector, it's a Game Boy Advance cartridge worth having, maybe, because it's a bit unique. It does its own thing. But, like, none of it is followed up in future Yoshi games. So, curiosity? A certain kind of curiosity, maybe, but for fun? No. You can skip this one. Another weird detour, we have Yoshi Touch and Go. Now, this one was first shown at the original reveal of the Nintendo DS, amongst a number of tech demos, but it ended up getting a release as like a boxed, full-price Nintendo DS game. People would be up in arms if you released this on like... Imagine if this came out alongside like Pragmata on store shelves, and it's basically like a 2005-era smartphone game. It's fun. You draw a line to guide Yoshi down to the earth, then you draw more lines to direct him to protect Mario. It's like a high-score chase thing. If you can find this for cheap, it is like Moorish. You could probably play this pretty much indefinitely, but like, it's very much stuck in the year one Nintendo DS. What can we do with this weird console? So like, do you gotta play it to learn about Yoshi? No. Is it that fun? 2026? Probably not for the prices you're paying on eBay, I don't know. Here I can pick one up in a second-hand store for 900 yen, but I don't know about anywhere else. Now we're in the real doldrums of Yoshi. First we have Yoshi's Island DS, another one made by Artoon, really trying to cash in on that original Yoshi's Island. Same art style, same basic mechanics, expanded across bigger levels, blah blah blah. But it just somehow doesn't quite have the charm. I did play this back in the day. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. In fact, looking back on it, I can't really remember anything. I had to watch a quick YouTube video and like, yeah, it's fine. And then, confusingly, there's Yoshi's New Island, which is, yeah, another let's try and do Yoshi's Island again, this time on the 3DS. It has the Yoshi Story problem of trying to upgrade the graphics a little bit, but just kind of making them look worse. It's not made by Artoon, it's made by the equally unloved Arzest. And yeah, I think these two games, along with Universal Gravitation, are the reason Yoshi has kind of a reputation for being in bad games. Next up, we're on to Yoshi's Woolly World, which is a pseudo-sequel both to Yoshi's Island and also to Kirby's Epic Yarn, which was also made in this everything's made of wool art style. This was a Wii U game. It looks gorgeous. It was re-released on 3DS, where it looks a bit less gorgeous. Is it a masterpiece? No. But if you like that Yoshi feeling, this very easy game, but there's a lot of stuff to explore. Like, there's so many secrets. You throw an egg at this, you can jump on that, you can pull on this thread, pull on this string. For curiosity's sake, you're probably better off playing Kirby's Epic Yarn. That's the first of these good feel, everything's made of yarn games. But for a bit of fun, if you can find a copy on the cheap, I'd give it a go. And that was followed by Yoshi's Crafted World. Now, it takes the same yarn Yoshi, but the levels involve all kinds of cardboard models and homemade models and plastic bottles, and it is a really cute aesthetic. And it's more of the same. Yoshi plays like Yoshi, the levels have stuff to find. Again, it has its fans. At the time when it came out, I was glad to have a little something to play. If you've never played a Yoshi game, you know which one you have to play. And if you're hankering to, play something Yoshi, talk about Yoshi, we're about to have a new one. God, at the end of the day, honestly, to sate your curiosity about Yoshi games, you just have to play Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. It's an all-timer, end of conversation. And if you want to have some fun, well, the original Yoshi's Island, obviously. Woolly World and Crafted World are also kind of fun, but none of them are must-plays. I think it would be absolutely fine to just play Yoshi's Island, and then, assuming it's good, play Yoshi and the Mysterious Book later this month.